Hold on. Hello? Hello? Yep. He's coming down now. Hold on, you guys. I got something for you.
She said she was going to have a good time. She was wearing, I believe, a red dress. Short dress, mini dress. It appeared to go halfway down her thighs. Halfway down her thigh. Not your thigh.
How tall is she?
She's 5. I believe she's 5'2" or 5'3". She's very short, very small in stature.
Got it. Do you know how tall the baby is?
He is 6'2", 6'4", I believe, between that. I don't know exactly.
And you saw her dancing on,
He's 6'4".
okay, in the video you said you saw her dancing. Did you see any part of her clothing at that moment in the actual video?
Yes.
What was it doing?
Yes. Her clothing was actually coming off.
And when you said her clothing was coming off of her, what does that mean?
Her strap was coming down, exposing her breast.
Okay, and did at any moment did she pull her strap back up?
She couldn't. Her arms were dangling down.
Okay, and with the you saw at any moment, did she pull her?
I believe at once, if I can recall, she did. I have to rewatch the video now.
And did you see her?
Hello? You downstairs? You downstairs?
Hello?
Yeah, you downstairs?
Yeah, I saw him come to the door, but he went back in.
All right, let me tell him. Hold on, I was live. That's why I couldn't answer. All right, I'm coming now.
I don't know how she was dancing with him. The second half of that video, later on.
So in any of those videos that you saw, with Eiland, with Brady, or the surveillance video at the nightclub, in any of those videos collaboratively, did you ever see Miss Eiland touching on her?
Yes, they were physically touching.
Okay, and when she was touching him, what was she doing?
They were dancing.
And how was she touching him, is the question.
With her body, the back side of her body.
Did you ever see her hands touching him at any point?
I did not.
And did you ever see her dancing with any other men in the video?
No.
And when did you say you made contact with Miss Eiland the first time?
It was the morning of the 20th. Approximately 8, what time she called? It was approximately 8:30 that morning.
And how did you come to understand that it was Miss Eiland or Miss
She called the Zone 5 precinct, and the officer that was assigned raised us on the radio.
And you said she did not go to any hospitals in Atlanta.
Correct.
And you said when you made contact with her, she was already in Tennessee.
Yes.
And about how far is that drive from Atlanta to Tennessee?
It could be it's approximately an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Got it, okay. And what type of sexual assault evidence has been collected on Ms. Eiland?
The sexual assault kit itself, what is all in it?
What type of evidence as to, what type of forensic sexual assault evidence has been conducted on her?
Okay, they do a vaginal swab, they do an anal swab, they do a hair sample, they do her mouth swab, buccal swab, pubic hair, and they do a pelvic exam.
So was all of this done on Ms. Eiland?
To my understanding, yes.
Okay. And where is the custody of this actual test right now? Where is it at?
It is at the Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
And how did it get there?
When I was in East St. Louis, an officer from Centralville Police Department went next door, because their precinct is literally right next door to Touche Regional. He retrieved the kit and held it for me, so when I got there, it was now my custody.
Got it. And what did you do from there?
And then I carried it through the airport. It didn't leave my side, and brought it back to police headquarters.
Okay.
There it was logged in as evidence in a lockbox, and then transported to the GBI.
Got it. And has any toxicology report been done?
She did give 7 tubes of blood and urine. We have not received the report back on that yet.
Is that also at GBI?
It is currently at the Touche Regional. We did not have that to collect yet.
Okay. And I just want to go back really quickly to the dance floor. How long approximately on the video did it show that they were dancing?
Like I said, a couple of minutes.
And what was my client wearing in the video?
He was wearing a blue long sleeve shirt with 2 white stripes that went horizontally on the mid area of the arm, and then a winter cap.
Okay. And what type of bottoms?
He was wearing black Adidas with white stripes down the sides, pants.
Okay. And
The cloth type of Adidas pants.
Okay, so is this a jogging suit?
A jogging suit? No.
Okay. Were you able to identify what the pants looked like in the front?
In the front, I couldn't see the front.
Okay. And how many times on the video do you actually see them actually dancing together?
On her Facebook video?
Just of all the videos that you've looked at, how many times have they been dancing? Were they dancing together that night?
It was just, I believe that one time they encountered each other. It was, I can't estimate past the amount on the video itself.
I'm sorry,
Approximately 10 minutes at most.
total for the whole night?
That's what I was told, yes, by the victim.
That's what you were told, but did you look at any videos?
The Facebook Live video,
Okay.
Chartanya's video, and then I have the surveillance video, which shows them coming out of the side patio.
Has Opera given you any videos to this point?
Yes, I have surveillance.
Okay,
of
about how
that.
many videos?
It's just, there's a couple of cameras upstairs and then a couple downstairs that actually show her just coming out at one time with him.
Got it. About how many hours of video did you watch?
I didn't watch hours of videos. It wasn't hours.
Okay, thank you. And when the video shows that my client is holding her up, what is his demeanor? What is his facial expression?
I couldn't see his face.
Do you actually see on the video my client assaulting Miss Eiland?
No, not on the video.
To date, has anybody told you that my client assaulted Miss Eiland?
Miss Mooring herself has
Okay.
told me.
Any of the witnesses standing around her, have they mentioned to you that my client assaulted Miss Eiland?
No.
Okay. In the video, do you ever see any part of my client's genitals or any part of his lower half of his body?
No, but you do see on Shartanya's video, his hand, he's holding her with his right arm, and then his hand goes to his mouth, and then his hand disappears in the back. Couldn't see what happened, where his hand went, but
But you couldn't see it at any point where his hands went?
no. And
Okay,
his hand disappears.
got it, okay. And let me ask you a question, and I don't know if the judge might stop me, but let me know. I can't assume you know what twerking is. Do you know what twerking is?
Yes.
Okay, and what is that? This is definitely relevant. We're going to get into what she did while she was at the club. She mentioned that she only saw her with my client once or twice for 10 minutes, and I think this is going to go to what she did while she was there. She was alleging that something occurred to her, and this is going to go to how she acted while she was there.
Yeah, that's not the purpose of this hearing, counsel.
Thank
Please
you.
hold on.
Okay, thank you. Did you ever see Miss Eiland dancing by herself?
No, I did not.
Okay, and you said earlier that she left outside or exited. Where did this exit at?
Sorry, I retract that. On her Facebook post, she was live all night. She appeared to be dancing by herself.
Okay, got it. And,
I'm sorry, what was a new question?
no, what was the last part that you said?
Oh, I said that on her Facebook Live, she did appear to be dancing by herself in a couple of videos
Thank you.
before the Facebook Live video that we're talking about.
So let me just get a time frame. So she's dancing with Mr. Williams, right? Is that
We're
right?
talking about the Facebook Live video that,
Yeah.
with him in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, so she's dancing with Mr. Williams on the Facebook Live.
Mhm.
And then at what point, you testified earlier that you saw them go out or come out of somewhere. When does that happen? Is that before or after the Facebook Live?
After. After.
After, okay.
Mhm.
And when you see her in the video dancing by herself, do you see her with any panties on?
She did not have panties on.
And her demeanor when she was dancing by herself, when you mentioned this was after, how
I'm sorry, did you ask me if I saw her without panties when she was dancing by herself?
Well, I'll let you, yes, I'll rephrase my question. In the videos that you saw, did you see her with panties on?
In the Facebook Live video where she was with your client, her dress was coming off, like I said, her strap was coming off, exposing her breast. The bottom of her dress was also coming up, exposing her vaginal area.
Okay, so in the video, you could see her bare skin?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And at what point is this?
That was
Okay.
It was the beginning of the night when she was there by herself. She was Facebook Live.
Did you ever see her on the stage dancing?
Yes.
Okay, and what was she doing on the stage?
Counsel, I'm going to ask you to move on.
Okay, sure, no problem. At this moment, are you in possession of, Ms. Eland's phone? Is there any evidence that you have in regards to Ms. Eland's phone?
I don't have it in my possession, but I have a picture of it, the back of it.
Okay, are there any text messages in the phone in which she mentioned to anybody else about this alleged incident?
I haven't looked at text messages from her.
Okay. And have there been any other communications with her and anyone else besides Jacob, her friend, in which she mentioned that this incident occurred?
She did go on the internet and talked about the incident afterwards, yes.
Got it. Did you get a chance to talk to any of those other people surrounding the incident that you spoke to on Facebook?
I spoke with Jamie Jackson, and I spoke with Shartanya Brady.
Got it. Anybody else?
No.
Has anybody else come forward to want to speak to you?
I mean, we received numerous tips about this from Crime Stoppers tips, most anonymous.
Okay. Thank you. And let's move on to Mr. Williams' last section. What statement do you know at this point that he is giving?
So after Miss, I'm forgetting her name, I'm sorry, the ex-girlfriend, Jasmine Brewer, after she called with a tip with his phone number, I immediately called that number. He answered, and I advised him who I was, Detective Reister with the Atlanta Police Special Victims Unit, and I was calling in regards to a video that went viral on Facebook. And I was advised that it was him in the video, and he said immediately, yeah, that's me. I want to clear my name. She's smearing my name, talking about I raped her. And I asked him, can you come talk to me? And he said, yeah, what's the address? And I gave him the address to headquarters. And I said, what's your ETA? And he said, I'm about 20 minutes away.
Let me just ask you a question. When was this?
That was at 13:24 hours on January 21st. And 15 minutes later, we agreed to have him come in, and then 15 minutes later, he called back and said that he was going to come with a lawyer instead. And I said, that's great, let's arrange a time. And he said, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We had agreed on 2 o'clock for the next day.
So, excuse me, would tomorrow at 2 o'clock be?
The 22nd,
Okay.
January 22nd at 2 o'clock. And he didn't show up and was not answering my phone calls anymore.
Got it. Okay. At what point did you make contact with my office?
I think you should know that.
That, that is relevant because I'm going to establish that as a part of the investigation, Mr. Williams was willing to participate as well as our office had other information, the witnesses that had come forward to help aid during her investigation. And that does show whether or not this defendant, whether or not a crime had been committed and if this defendant committed this crime. So that is what I'm getting into.
I don't believe her contacting your office is relevant to the probable cause issues. Move on, Ms. Counsel.
No problem, Judge.
Sustain.
Thank you. made contact with you, did I mention that I had other witnesses and information to help aid in your investigation?
Yes.
Okay, and
You advised that you wanted to meet with me, this is January 23rd to answer, and you advised you wanted to meet with me. I was off. You asked, are you willing to come in on your off days? I said no. And you said we could meet on Sunday, January 27th, 2019, but a time was not scheduled. You said you would get with your assistants to advise of the calendar and what time you could come in, and I never heard back from you.
okay, but you received the email back, right?
That email was
As counsel to approach.
Okay, Judge, no further questions.
Okay, we read it. Now we read. Make it a research study.
Yeah.
Cross the defendant, you know, choose any others.
Yes, Judge.
All right, you make all the decisions.
Harris Reed.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that testimony you will provide for support the truth or truth? Please state and explain for the record.
Harris Reeves, ARIS,
Galaxy.
Ms. Reed, how are you doing?
Sleepy.
Sleepy, okay, may I ask, you're in working attire, what are you doing?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse, and where are you a nurse at?
Emory Healthcare.
Got it, okay, and what type of degree do you have?
I have my bachelor's in science and medicine, and also I'm
I'm sorry, my bachelor's in science and nursing with a minor in nutrition.
Okay, and if you could just speak up just a little bit, clearer. You could actually move the mic towards you.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay, and where were you at the night of January 19th?
At Opera,
Okay, and what time did you arrive?
about 11:20.
11:20 p.m.?
Uh-huh,
Okay. And do you remember seeing my client, Mr. Williams?
uh-huh,
And is Mr. Williams present in the courtroom today?
yes,
And where is he located?
to the left of you.
Okay, if you could describe him?
He's right there with glasses on and a t-shirt and gray.
Okay. And when did you see him approximately?
I want to say it was a little before 1 a.m.
Okay. And what point did you see Miss Eiland?
At the same time I saw her earlier.
You saw them both together at the same time?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And how did your eyes make contact with them?
I looked towards diagonally towards them. I kind of made contact. I made contact with you first, and then I looked at Mr. Williams.
And when you saw them, when you made contact with them, where were you at inside of the club?
I was inside of the club on the dance floor.
Okay, and where is the dance floor at? When you walk in and walk up, is dance floor right in front of you, and what's to the side of the dance floor?
No, when you walk into the club, it's like a little hallway you can walk in towards to get into the dance area. And once you walk in the hallway, I think to the left, you can go inside of the dance area.
Okay, got it. And so at what point did you actually see them together? And where at?
Inside of the dance area.
Okay, and about how long did you see Mr. Williams and Miss Eiland together?
About 2 to 3 hours together.
Okay, and during that time that they were together, let's break this down. When you first saw them, how long were they together?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, was there any interruption in which, when you did see them?
Yes.
Okay, and explain to the court what you mean.
They were dancing with each other, and then there was a pause into the event, and one of the hostess of the club had announced they wanted to do a twerk contest for $100, and so that's when Miss Eiland got real excited, and she wanted to go in to do the twerk contest, and Mr. Williams tried to stop her from going upstairs, explaining that, she would expose herself to the world. She would end up being on a world star, and she jerked away and pulled away from him and ran up on stage.
Okay, and at that time when Miss Eiland jerks away, when you say jerk away, what exactly do you mean?
Like he had her arm, and she pulled her arm away from him and went about her business.
Did it look like she was in any distress?
No.
What were her facial features and her facial reactions at this moment?
At the moment of when she was going on stage, she was, turn up, I'm here to go twerk, and all that, she was
Okay.
having a good time.
And then you saw, after she dances, you see her again, make contact with my client?
Yes,
And what was that contact?
they were still dancing.
Okay.
Partying with each other.
Got it. And do you ever see them exit a room and go outside of a room?
No,
Do you ever see my client assault Miss Eiland on the dance floor?
no,
Do you ever see my client's fingers go anywhere in regards to Miss Eiland's body?
as far as like when they were dancing, touching on her side, as far as that, but other than that, no.
Okay. And what did my client actually have on that day?
He had, I believe it was an all-black sweatsuit.
Okay. Did you ever see any openings in his sweatsuit?
No,
Did you ever see any part of his lower half of his body, any skin?
no,
Okay. And did you ever see, at the moment where she is bent over, do you ever see, let me retract that, I'll rephrase it. While you're standing next to her, does she ever mention to you anything has happened to her?
no,
Did she ever mention anything has happened to her before or after she dances?
no,
To this day, has she reached out to you and said something has happened or has not happened?
no,
Okay, did you know Mr. Williams before this actual incident, alleged incident that happened at the club?
no,
Okay, okay? Are you being promised anything to come forward?
No.
Have you been offered anything for your testimony?
Mhm.
And did you know Mr. Williams before this incident?
No.
Okay, and when you guys were actually at Opera nightclub, who were you with that you were standing next to when you were, tell me that circle in which you guys were in. How did you find them and what was going on within that circle?
I was,
I'm sorry. There was about to be an objection, I thought, so.
She went a different way.
Do you need the question repeated?
yeah,
Okay, I want to know, I'm trying to understand, when you saw Mr. Eiland, excuse me, when you saw Mr. Williams and Ms. Eiland, how many people were around you guys?
it was crowded, it was a bunch of people.
Okay, and why was it crowded this night?
It was a concert and it was a weekend and,
Did you see security there?
yes,
Where was security located at the club?
pretty much at every corner.
And how do you know that they were security?
They had on all black.
Okay, and, did you see off-duty police officers?
No,
Okay, did you see maybe the owner of Opera walking around?
no,
Okay, during this time that you were around Ms. Eiland and Mr. Williams, did you ever see her alert anybody else
no,
that something occurred? Did you ever see her alert anybody else on the stage that something occurred?
no,
At any point was she around my client the whole time?
yes. Not the whole time, not when the performer was performing, she wasn't around him, but then after that.
So she left from my client at a certain point?
Mhm.
Did you ever see her whispering in anybody's ear that happened?
No.
Anything that anything had occurred?
No,
Did you ever see anybody coming back to Mr. Williams mentioning that something had occurred?
no,
Did you ever see, her in distress or crying?
no,
Did did she make any outcries to you guys at the club and those around her?
no,
Okay. Did she ever make any comments to you that anything occurred?
no.
No problem. And Ms. Reed, tell me in your words, why you want to come forward?
Objection, Your Honor, relevant.
That is relevant. This is someone who was at the club who has first hand knowledge, who was there during the dances, who can attest to the facts and also why she's doing what she's doing. Mr. Williams is charged with aggravated sodomy. I think this goes to, this is very important. This is relevant as to it relates to this girl, Ms. Reed being there and
Oh, you can respond.
What was the question?
the question is, in your words, please explain why you want to come forward.
I wanted to come forward because I've seen everything that was going on and I didn't want to have somebody be slandered or what was going on because this is a very serious accusation, especially in the time that's going on now. And in my opinion, that the situation was brought out of proportion because of social media. And so I felt like somebody that was actually there should speak out as to what was going on and what was happening between the actions of both Mr. Williams and Ms. Eiland.
Got it. And to this day, has anybody from the police department or the detectives made contact with you to get a statement from you?
No,
No further questions.
Ms. Reed, have you attempted to contact the police about the incident at all?
no,
No? Okay. And you said you didn't know the defendant, correct?
no,
And you didn't know the victim that night, correct?
no,
And you didn't come to the club with either one of them, correct?
nope.
But you had eyes on them the entire night?
I didn't have eyes on them the entire night. I had eyes on them towards the end of the night.
For the end of it?
Yes.
So, but you said for at least 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah, we were there. I was there. I got there around 11:20. I seen them. I stayed there. I seen them a little before 1. We left at about 3:20, so that's towards the end of the night.
So from 11:20 to what? 1, you're saying you had eyes on the defendant and the victim?
No, I said after a little before 1, I had eyes on the victim and Ms. Eiland.
So give me the total time that you were watching the defendant and the victim that you said.
I wasn't necessarily watching the defendant and the victim. We were all having a good time together. We were all partying together. So, you know, she said, "It's my birthday, turn up." And then my cousin, he was a little intoxicated. So we were all enjoying the night with each other.
Okay, during the time that you were either enjoying the night, watching them, however you want to just to find it, did you have eyes on the defendant's hand the entire time that you were watching?
No, I didn't have eyes on his hands the entire time.
Then you didn't have eyes on his fingers the entire time, correct?
No,
So while the defendant and the victim were dancing very closely, you have no idea where his fingers were, correct?
correct?
Objection, she already mentioned that she was in close proximity, and I testified to that she was around them, other people were around them. She has already mentioned that earlier. So as far as I think that's getting outside of scope, because she has already mentioned that she was there, she already mentioned that she was around him, and she already mentioned her presence around him at that time.
I would say, the matter of early sitting across and asking her about her ability to see the defendant's hands as the victim and the defendant are dancing, and as the defense counsel has examined at length, she was able to see them in close proximity most of the time they were dancing.
But Judge, I did not get into her
Ms.
hand.
Ross, I will rule that
Thank you.
I think on direct testimony was elicited from the witness that she observed him for 2 to 3 hours. I think on cross-examination, it's entitled to explore how thorough that observation was.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. So I will repeat my question was, if it's true, you tell me, were you able to, while they were dancing, the defendant and the victim, were you able to see his hands the entire time?
Not the entire time, I wasn't focused on his hands.
And so if the defendant placed his fingers inside of the victim's hand, she has no idea. Correct?
Correct.
No further questions.
Can you read the record?
Yes. Okay, let's just narrow this down. We're talking about the time of the dance, not the whole entire night. During the time of the dance, when you saw Mr. Williams and Ms. Eiland, did you ever see any encounter with sexual assault during that time?
No,
Okay. Also, when you say it seemed like they were having a good time, what were her facial expressions during that time?
she was smiling, she was laughing, she was smirking, you know.
Okay, and how was she smirking, laughing, and dancing? What was she doing?
I mean, I can't really make a face like that, but she was like, you know, smiling, she's twerking, she's laughing, she's dancing, she's, you know, joking with other people around her, she's, you know,
Okay.
she's
And
back and forth between she's having a good time, she's looking seductive, she sees different things.
what is she doing with her body?
She's moving her body, her body is mainly up against Mr. Williams and, you know, her lower end is on him.
On him, is her back out?
Yes,
Okay, is she touching him at any point?
yes,
Okay, is she on the phone at any point?
yes,
Okay, and what is she doing?
rolling.
Okay, and is she talking to people on this phone?
Not that I can see, it just looked like she was scrolling, going up to here.
Okay, did it look like she was enjoying herself?
Yes,
Okay.
3 months?
Just one question. The victim that night had a dress up, correct?
correct,
And defense counsel just, I guess, demonstrated arching her back.
Correct.
Her butt to be pushed out, correct?
correct.
And so the defendant had ample opportunity to slip his hand underneath her dress into her ankle, correct?
From what I can remember, I believe the defendant had a drink in his hand and he was dancing, so if it was quick, it would have to be in a split second.
And you agree he has 2 hands, correct?
Yeah, I'm saying, but like, you know, when you have a drink in your hand and you partying with the other hand, so, I mean,
And you'd agree you can party with your other hand down below underneath someone's dress,
Objection,
correct?
objection. He's asking her to speculate as to what someone can do with a drink in your hand and what someone
Okay,
can do.
speculation is legal. Objection.
Speculation.
Work, response.
I'll look up.
Any further questions?
No.
May Ms. Reed sit down?
No further questions.
No, Ms. Reese can sit down. Thank you.
Thank you. President Collins, Ms. Reed.
Judge, may Ms. Reese be excused to go back to work, or you want her to stay?
Does the state have any objection to her being?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Ms. Reed. President Collins, next witness.
Okay. Okay, Judge, no further witnesses and nothing further.
All right. Any rebuttal from the city?
No. Yes, sorry.
Any argument?
Yes, the state would have to find probable cause aggravated sodomy as it relates to Ms. Jasmine Jordan Eiland for the incident that occurred on January 19th to the 20th, 2019. We also wanted to ask you to find out about to the rape of Ms. Catherine or Lee at the defendant's home in Fulton County in September of 2018. The state has admitted that there's been ample testimony to show that there's more than enough probable cause for both charges, especially as it relates to the aggravated sodomy. There was testimony from the detective that Ms. Eiland told the detective that she had been dancing with the defendant. He had given her bought her a drink. She then, after drinking a few sips, began to feel woozy and dizzy. At that point, during the dance, he inserted his fingers into her rectum, and she can be seen on the Facebook Live video saying, "Stop, stop, no, no, somebody help me." She's also seen on another video, subsequent or shortly after, where the defendant was carrying her off the dance floor. She then encountered the defendant and the victim then encountered Ms. Jackson, the victim's friend, where the testimony was that she had to physically separate the defendant from the victim in this case. The detective testified that hours later the next day, they received a phone call from the victim's Eiland complaining of pain in her rectum, and she was having that at her home. And at that point, as soon as she got home, she received a sexual assault kit. And the detective testified that Eiland made clear that she did not consent to the defendant's finger or an object being inserted into her anus or her rectum. After the rape of Ms. Sneed, the testimony was that the defendant and the victim met at the defendant's house where she left her car. They then went to dinner, had a couple of drinks at dinner. At that point, she went to the restroom and had an additional drink when she came back to the restroom. The testimony from the detective was that she then began to feel dizzy and woozy, as the victim in this case, Ms. Eiland did. And the defendant offered to take her back to his house where she could stay. They then began to talk on the couch, and the last thing she remembers is she blacks out while she's there on the couch. She wakes up and attempts to use the restroom. When she's going to take off her jumpsuit, there's a large hole in the vaginal, or for lack of better words, the crotch area of her jumpsuit. And she testified that when she questioned the defendant, she being the victim, Ms. Sneed, saying, "What happened here?" He said, "You were moaning, you wanted it, you liked it." She had no recollection. She never consented to any sexual intercourse or vaginal intercourse with the defendant, or any sexual relations for that matter, Judge. She then also testified that there was no consent. Based upon all of that, the state requested uncommon cause for both the aggravated sodomy and the rape charge.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I'll just start with the charge of rape. In regards to rape, this new victim never reported this to the police. She never contacted the police. Now all of a sudden we have this new case in regards to the media. Now she wants to speak out. Now she wants to come forward. There's a delay in the outcry. Who else did she tell? Who did she mention this to, that there was penetration or that there was force? I started with the rape because although she mentioned that her pants or her one-piece jumpsuit that she had on, that it was cut out, why didn't she send this anonymously to the police department? Why didn't she send a note with it to the police department? All the detective testified is that she saw a cut-out hole. We don't know, the detective didn't testify as to who cut the hole out. If there was actual penetration in that hole. She said she had not had sex for a year. There's women who don't have sex for a year. That doesn't mean that something was forced inside of you as well as a penis. That does not mean that. She had clothes that she had preserved, and then those clothes are now coming about. She had ample time to send this in or mention it to the detectives, to mention it anonymously. We're in the era right now of the Me Too movement. When any assault alleged against a male, that's taken seriously. She did not take it seriously. So now this has come about, and now she's mentioning that she was raped, and the only testimony that the detective was able to give was that she had on a one piece, and that she woke up the next day and she felt hurt. She had just come from dancing. Who knows what she was doing at that club or that dance floor? That doesn't mean just because she did home with with the defendant, he was the one that said, sit down, let me help you, let me aid you. Her car was parked at his house. Then when they get inside, the testimony that the detective mentioned is that she hears condom noises. What is a condom noise? What is that? Is that like saying plastic rubbing together? Is he in a bathroom? Is he in a cabinet? She does not say she saw a condom. He took a condom off. She can't even testify as to whether that penis went inside of her or was forced inside of her. That wasn't the testimony from the detective. So in regards to that charge, I would ask you to not find probable cause on the rape charge. Now, as it relates to Ms. Eiland and the actual aggravated sodomy, the issue is whether or not Ms. Eiland was incapacitated and something was being done against her will. That's what we're here for. Aggravated sodomy is a person commits the offense of aggravated sodomy when he or she performs or submits to a sexual act involving the sexual organs of one person against the mouth or anus of another against their will. What's the sexual act? Involving the sex organs with the mouth or the anus. Now, with force, there's no testimony that there was force or that there was a restraint, that he overpowered her. The only testimony is that he's 6'4" and she's 5'2". The only testimony is that he's holding her over. The detective said that she was the lead detective on the scene, but has not reviewed all the evidence. The detective mentioned that she only saw them dancing together 10 minutes, but the warrant that she gave to my client was a warrant in the time span of 12:01 to 3 a.m. So there's surveillance. This is opera. This is a busy day. This is August Alsina. Everybody's performing. There's enhanced security. There's bodyguards. There's police officers. Even more security that comes when a well-known national rapper is performing. Okay, so all of a sudden, this is on a dance floor. This is taking place on a dance floor. The force as you know, Judge, the law says slight force. It could be any type of force. There's no testimony that says that she was being forced to do something against her will or that she didn't like it. The testimony from Miss Reeves was that her facial expression, she was turned up. She was having a good time. She was like, wow, partying. There's other testimony that said she was back, she was grinding. Even the detective said that she looked like she was having a good time while she was dancing. And then on top of that, Miss Reeves says that she goes onto the dance floor and she dances more. But this is the same lady who just said she was sexually assaulted. This is the same lady that's inside of a club where police officers, security guards, people, this is a two-floor type of event. There's security everywhere. So if they would have gone off to this room, the room still has people outside on a patio. There's people waiting to get inside. This is August Alsina, Judge. I don't know if you know rappers, but this is August Alsina. So there's people here waiting. You do? Okay. You know the last album? I'm just joking. This is a national, well-known artist. This is not only their local person. So there's enhanced security. There's testimony that was said that there were people around her. The detective even mentioned Miss Brady, which is Jasmine Eiland's friend, was standing around her. There was no testimony that said that Miss Eiland looked like she was in distress, that she felt like she was in distress. This is her friend. I have friends. People know my facial reactions, my facial expressions. They know something's wrong with me. I don't even have to open my mouth and people know something's wrong. There was no energy given off of that. There was no testimony saying that something happened when no one was looking, and it just didn't occur. It just did not happen. I actually have opera here on subpoena because there's over 220 video cameras. The detective said 10 minutes. That is not true. That is not true. She only said she looked at 3 cameras. Eiland's, where she's like, help me, but she can't even testify as to what he was doing behind her. Then you have the next video that she says, which is Miss Brady's. Miss Brady's is from a different view where Mr. Williams is carrying her off. It doesn't say that He was carrying her off to do anything to her. He's 6'4", he's holding her. That doesn't mean he's doing something to her. He's holding her, he's 6'4", she's falling over. And in the Facebook Live, she's saying, help me, that the detective said, but there's people around her. Why not turn and say, hey, help me, hey, help me? She's on live the whole time with all these people around her. Like, never ask for help from anybody around her. Then I guess they go to this area, and there's still people there. She comes back from that area to have a good time, to have fun. But you were just sexually assaulted. There's police officers and security at every door. So I would be asking that you find that there is no probable cause that there was force of this actual alleged event that occurred, because